Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this daily huddle show with Mr. M here.
How you doing, man?
All right. How you doing, man? Yes, we're in the same room, even though it looks like split screen. But we have two cameras. We decided to use separate cameras to each other. And you know what? I think we should be standing for this show.
Oh, yeah, true. Yes. We're sitting down.
Yes, we're sitting down. So we're going to raise the bar.
Doing now. Okay.
Raise the bar.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, squats, man.
Damn. Yeah, sure. You okay?
Yeah.
Let's just move the chairs away.
There you go. Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So now my head's cut off, right? Let's raise it a little bit more. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Then I'm not so cut off and stuff like that. So you guys can see me, right?
Yeah, all full.
We're all
Nice.
good. We're all good. All righty, man. What a weekend, right? We had a pumpage weekend, and then all of a sudden, things started just, going down, right?
South.
Yeah, exactly. But, who pumped the markets? Well, there was a signal that pumped the markets.
My favorite.
Turned it. I know, exactly. That was clear and present, right? That once the signal fired, that if you were not on the ball and hitting the long button, well, you missed it, right? You missed it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I think the signal's still good.
100%.
Oh boy. Yes, we're going to be talking about that and more in today's episode. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, relax, enjoy it. By the way, we're going to be moving all this to my school. So if you guys want to actually watch this live, you're going to have to come to the school in order to do so. You're going to just sign up, right? And we'll be providing that this video, access to this video and many others, right? Like this live stream and through the school. Basically, I just come over to the school and basically you can catch the link that actually lets you just watch this stream live and communicate with us. So it's gonna be so cool.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure you also like and subscribe many of the cool videos that you have done and you've been going to be working on, but you've been a little bit behind the scenes, but
Traveling has been tricky.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I've been sick too. It was a rough week after coming back from the travel for me too as well. Yeah. So I get it. But we'll get it done. Okay. Wow. Nice subscribers count there.
Almost 30, yeah. I'm looking forward to smash the 30,000. It's been one of my objectives. So yeah, almost there. Exciting.
Okay, so this is the kind of car I've got now. Because it used to be like this, but
not anymore.
No. This is the bear market car, right?
Well, at least you have a dog. I don't have a dog. I don't even have a dog. I'm on another level.
Oh, damn. But what I don't like is when somebody, right? If somebody points out the BTP price and says, I told you so, like Peter Schiff, right?
Yeah.
I have to ask Peter, did you mention to tell people to buy when it was $1? By any chance?
Yeah.
By any chance?
This is, by the way, one of my favorite gifts. It's used a lot.
This is needed for Peter Schiff. For sure.
Yeah, it's like the holding and then slapping. It's like double damaging there.
Oh man, it's just, okay. We should have went on to the Peter Schiff one, but anyways.
Yeah.
This is in the hey, that's obvious moment.
The genius of the moment.
Exactly. Sovereign Bitcoin adoption would be the ultimate upside catalyst. Yes. And if the clouds actually dropped liquid, that would be rain.
Yeah. Sherlock. Sherlock. It's wow. I cannot wait to read the article at this point.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. I mean, but this is how bad the market is. That this is the headline is like, well, if sovereign Bitcoin adoption would be the thing, well, we're going up.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, but also really, it's like, damn, that's
Yeah.
Jeff, you're a genius.
Man.
It is what it is.
Yep.
At this point.
Bitcoin OGs selling to weak hands will deepen sell-off, Peter Schiff, right? A lack of conviction amongst weak hands will cause new Bitcoin holders to dump at the first sign of trouble, worsening the market downdraws. Yes, see, well, this was the Peter Schiff one we should have started with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I feel like this, right? I feel like that, right there. Yeah. It's like, broken clock syndrome. But come on, you can't even really count him as a broken clock, right?
Yeah.
Because, yes, he's telling the right time at the right every twice a day.
Exactly. Still don't even get that. It's probably it's broken. That's it.
Right?
Peter is broken.
But come on. That's like saying it's 1970 every year too. And that's just not true, right?
Yeah. I think is you can tell by, guys, if you haven't seen it, watch the debate, Davinci versus Peter, that we done a year ago almost, actually over a year ago at this point. And you can tell he's like full delusional. Like,
I don't know if he's delusional. It's just he's
maybe it's a
stuck
brand.
in a box.
Maybe it's a brand thing.
He's in a box, right? Because it's like his whole career is built on buying gold, and getting people to buy gold. So he's in a box, right?
Yeah.
And from long term, okay, so the transfer of Bitcoin from long term holders, also known as OGs, to weak hands will cause future downs and downdraws to be more severe, according to the gold investor, economist Peter Schiff. Bitcoin is finally having its IPO moment. Yes, just like Facebook, Amazon, and Nvidia. Nvidia, they all went down. They all did, right? When they IPO'd, right? Which you could effectively say Bitcoin has IPO'd, right?
Yeah, but when
then
the IPO has been bad?
And then once they IPO, what happens? It's just and then everybody sells. All the early adopters sell their stocks to finally get out, because you have to understand those guys have been holding for like many years the equity, right? That they couldn't sell, right? And so the same with OG holders, right? They had massive equity they couldn't sell, and now they can sell it without moving the price heavily. So there it is, right? Now that they're all out, that money went into the stronger hands of institutional buyers who are not telling you, the average Joe, to go buy. In fact, they're saying quantum computers.
Yeah. Quantum computers.
Right? That's, if you find that, you'll find lots and lots of news on that. You'll find that everywhere. Everywhere.
Of course.
Why?
Well,
Because maybe they just don't want you to buy.
Exactly. What they wanted to sell, right? Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm thinking what the genius Jeff would say. the author of the article there. Yeah.
Because if you're buying, they can't buy. Right? They can't. Okay? That's just the way it works. Right? So, this is why, I heard this man's DCAing right now.
Yeah, I am. Guilty of charge. Going actually heavy. Exactly. I was already DCAing, but I'm ramping it up because I don't know where the bottom is going to be. I don't know where the market is going to go, but I do know that I want more Bitcoin. That's it.
Okay. Zcash risks splitting the vote against Bitcoin. Bloomberg ETF analyst warns. Okay, dude, what are you smoking? Right? First off, right? Does Zcash have an ETF? Last time I checked, no. Is Zcash is on institutional radars? Last time I checked, no. So, where do you come off? Where do you come off? saying that Zcash is going to do well?
It's propaganda, right? So they want you to sell your Bitcoin to buy Zcash, then drag the whole thing. So they can get you twice. They can get you to sell the Bitcoin.
We forgot to hit record here. Yeah, no.
Let me go and hit it.
There, I'll hit it. Right here. Boom.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm baffled to see people saying Zig. I honestly, I don't even. Yeah, you see, Eric Balcone is a really good guy. I interviewed him on my podcast. I like him. At this, I don't understand where he's coming from.
Me neither, man. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, Zcash is basically in the phase where, like, Bitcoin started. So it's like it's so far away from mainstream. It's not funny.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Robert Kiyosaki sells 2.25 million in Bitcoin. Here's what changed his mind. It's because he's an OG, man. He's an OG. And like we said, OGs are selling to buy something else. And what I like about what he's buying, right? Kiyosaki announced that he's reinvesting the proceeds into two surgery centers and a billboard business. He estimates that the investment will generate $27,500 per month in tax-free income by February 2026. This is what you should be doing, right? Is putting your money into investments. So I wouldn't have sold personally. I would have borrowed against it, right? That's what I would have done, right? If you really believed in that income, right? And that income, would have far exceeded the interest payments, right? The monthly payments on that, right? I hope so, because if it doesn't, why would you do that, right?
Exactly, and many people are trailing him for this. And my question is the following: okay, he sold about 25 Bitcoin. If you do the math, it's like he bought at 6,000, he sold that amount at 90,000 equals about 25 Bitcoin. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe he has 10,000, 1,000. We don't know how many he has. So
yeah, but that little amount doesn't seem worth selling.
I agree. I would agree. I mean, I'm not sure why he's doing this, but I don't understand it either. I don't comprehend. By the way, until last week you were saying buy Bitcoin, and then you sold at 90,000. So you're basically pumping your bags, right?
Exactly, I know.
But it is what it is. Robert Kiyosaki has been controversial for this. But
now he's saying, yeah, I know. You still say what?
No. I mean, he was saying before he sold, he was saying Bitcoin is the best thing. Buy silver, buy Bitcoin, buy gold.
I mean, it's still the same, no matter if he has to liquidate for other reasons that's not forthcoming for, right? It still makes sense, right, for you to buy Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at least. I mean, I'm doing it. But hey, interesting. I still think he's a great guy. I like his books, plural. So it is what it is. Maybe he needs cash flow in his life. Right, I don't know his situation.
Yeah, I mean, so
no.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would not have sold it.
Same.
But then again, you know what? Maybe here's the thing, right? Let's pretend you wanted to take exactly that number out. You would have to safely take that number out. You'd have to have 20%. 80, you'd only do, like, let's just say it would have to be 25 times more. You'd have to have 5 times more in Bitcoin for you to actually decide to go, okay, I'll borrow against it, really, because you won't want to do more than 20% of your total net stash.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
To leverage in at 20%. So maybe he doesn't have that, right? So
maybe that's a good point.
So that he's calling for. He calls for the great asset safe bet amidst a big crash warning. Yes, there is a crash coming because you hear the rumors rumbling around the Nvidia. Have you heard that? What's going on?
No.
Oh, damn. There's smoke. And there's smoke.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so what there's smoke, there's fire.
Nvidia.
Didn't they just release
they're doing a circle jerk, but it's called it's a Nvidia 610 fraud. Now, it's not fraud until it's just smoke, but some people are calling it fraud, right?
610 billion?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Now, it's not fraud. I spent some time researching it. It smells bad. It smells bad, right? There's not enough evidence to say that it is fraud, but it smells really, really bad.
So if it looks bad and it smells bad, it's probably...
Yeah, exactly.
probably...
There's some stinky smoke coming from Nvidia, right?
Oh, boy.
From the chimneys, right? So that looks like they're burning some bodies there. That's all, right?
Damn.
Could be an explanation for it.
I'm sure
Might not be Auschwitz.
Damn.
The investigators need to check that out.
Plus, it's only 610 billion. I mean, what's 610 billion among friends, right? Easy.
And, obviously regulators are not quick to check on this, right? For obvious reasons.
Trust me, bro, it's all fine.
Yes, for obvious reasons, right? Because Nvidia is a strategic asset, right? It's also, part of national security now at this point.
Wow, I missed this completely. Thank you for showing to me. No, I had no idea.
They're basically, paying all the different companies to buy stuff from Nvidia that they can't afford, and they have a lot of their inventory. They've given a lot of their inventory to companies without them paying. And extending the payment terms.
Dang.
A lot of that moving around. A lot. Right? And it's not just Nvidia is involved in this. It's Microsoft, it's
a bunch
Oracle, it's a bunch of them, right? So they're all involved in this stinky scandal. So
House of Card.
So that's why you have like top traders putting on shorts and
of course
puts like crazy. I mean, if you know how to deal with the put, but be complete, guys, please understand, puts are so dangerous, right? That if you do it wrong, you could get yourself wiped out, right? So if you know how to do it properly, go put on a put, buy a put or two, but be careful. Don't make a put, because there's a difference between making one and buying one. Okay? Okay? So try to understand that, right? But yeah, you can pretty much put a put on Nvidia that it will be well below 25% by March, and I think that would do extremely well.
Damn. Wow, I didn't know about this.
Things are really bad. All right, but do you know what's not bad? It's Satoshis, owning Satoshis. It's really easy. It's only going to cost you a few dollars, right? To own quite a bit. $1 gets you 1,159. You missed it because when we talked about it last time.
It's 900 or something?
1,200 almost, remember?
Oh, yeah. Since the last time, yeah. But because where the top was 900 and then it's gone. So now it's a good time, yeah.
Okay, Plan C.
Plan C.
What is he saying here?
The trooper that does the show with me every Wednesday. Only on the 6th time in history of Bitcoin that has been oversold. Look at this. It's showing the RSI, the weekly. And we've gone into a low territory. I don't know. Do you track the RSI much?
Yeah, I do. And the RSI it's below 80, so it's obviously on the weekly. It's oversold, but doesn't mean it can't stay oversold for a long time.
Yeah.
So and same with overbought, right? So just consider that. Right?
Interesting. He's doing this comparison here. By the way, Plan C has always good data. He brings a lot of stuff in the show every Wednesday. Sometimes I challenge the bullishness, like we were saying earlier, right? But is he saying that this was in essence the bear market?
Yes.
Because every time that we flashed it, technically.
I think he said that in another tweet that we were going to mention here. Let's see it. What if, right? Here it is.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, same to the RSI. Because it says, what if Bitcoin at the end of what if 2025 was the bear market? Damn.
A little bit He's got like 2 intravenous tubes of opium plus the gas.
Yeah, but it's a super. Yeah, he's a super cool guy. I love Plancy.
Yes.
It's a super cool guy. And he has some really interesting stats. I mean, here's the thing. Depending on what you look at, you could find different stories, right? If you look at the RSI, if you look at, like, what was we were saying the other day, not a single metric that usually flashes, the top has been achieved, the PI cycle, there's like 31 of those.
Exactly, 30.
None of them have been flat, or maybe one. So I understand why people are confused and they're saying, hey, we haven't seen a bull market yet. Maybe.
Maybe.
What if? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the hopium is, I mean, I have a lot
Hopium's
of,
strong with this one.
I have a lot of hopium
The
too.
hopium's strong with this one too.
I'm full of hopium.
Plan C is the next level of hopium.
Yeah. I have a lot, myself also, I have a lot of hopium. We had a good chat of camera. Davinci was like, dude, turn it off.
Yeah, exactly. You might not know how to turn that valve down. Hopium valve.
Cycle never existed. You know?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
another interesting one.
Yes, this is an interesting one. This has some sort of bands here. And what is this? This is MVRV bands, right? Bitcoin has respected the short-term holder MVRV bands for the last several years, rarely breaking out above or down below the 1 standard deviation grade guardrail. It broke this past week. Wow. Really? Damn.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It broke it. Bitcoin's doing a lot of things differently in this cycle. This last, ever since the ETF.
I know. This is what I'm saying. I mean, I know hopium, here it goes, but hear me out. So,
Oh, my God.
So nothing ever stays the same, right? So things change, okay? We agree on this? So if there was a time for Bitcoin to behave different, wouldn't that be the time where ETFs are involved and institutions are coming in? And I guess it makes sense, but we always say, this time is different every single time. But at some point, it's going to be true.
Yeah.
And if there is a chance, I would say,
You'd be right about that, yeah.
but I know it's hopium, right? It's a lot of hopium, actually, a lot. Because usually when people are saying this time is different, it never is, right? So if you stay with the probability, the top was 126.
Exactly. That's what the probabilities say.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
So, I mean, you could be right this time, right?
But like you said, there's been a lot of differences. Previous all-time high before the halving to begin with, so we started earlier. The ETF is in. Now you have, a president which is pro-crypto. You have Bukele scooping. He bought 100 Bitcoin last week. There is Sailor, there is companies.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know. That's why honestly, that's why I'm buying. I'm trying, like you teach me, I don't overthink this, and I don't try to catch any specific price. I just go in because I think it's a good thing to own over time. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see if.
Well, I mean, if you believe this bull case, I have some good news for you. Okay, right? And you know what? I'm going to save it for the next show, which I'm going to be recording. The chart's showing something very good news if you believe in his bullish stance, right? So you'll be able to take advantage of that in this.
Like putting in the hopium.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, but
if you got the premium hopium tank, I've got some good news for you. Good news. Okay.
Nice.
Bitcoin bottom signal. Jesus Christ. The hopium's strong with this one.
Another Greg. I love Quinton. I love all the bull guys.
Okay.
Bitcoin exchange outflow. Okay, so are they saying there has been the largest spikes in history?
Damn.
Well, all the OGs are selling, right? So they're sending
to institutionals who are taking possession.
Yep. But look at that spike. Jesus. The green line there has gone. Is that the highest ever? Wow.
Okay, this was the signal that turned the market around. Why we went up to 88K, and I was thinking that right before he came out that we were going to go to 88K.
You know, Bitcoin is like at 81, and you're looking at what I regard as being the single worst moment in this decline was the moment between 3:30 and 4:30, and then Williams comes on, and then suddenly everything's fine. I don't think so.
You don't think everything's fine?
No, there's a lot of people who have to get out. Let them get out. This is not what suddenly they wave a magic wand. We always have real issues. We have issues with
This guy's
the
buying,
building
right?
up-
You see?
We have issues with
Right now. Long,
He's hitting the
long,
buy button. He's hitting the
long everything.
long night everything.
Oh, that was hilarious. We need to make the meme where I say, "I'm buying now." You know?
Just immediately, he saw him go.
That's it. That's the signal, boys. It's on. Unbelievable.
100x leverage, please, on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Long.
Everything.
Jesus.
Unbelievable. That's funny.
Yeah. So whales, right? So you hope you might have some level of truth to it, right? Because the whales they're here, right? They're buying, they're holding. Now, if this is the case, here's the problem, right? If you think that's the case, and let's see here, Bitcoin spot ETF pulls in 238 million, right? Yes, that's true. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the
table
here. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, positive.
138. But if we look at the treasuries with all these positives, where's the treasuries right here? They haven't moved.
17.7.
This makes me go, is this true? Think about that. If there's so many whales buying, why aren't the treasuries buying too?
Yeah, that's a good point. Unless the majority of the ETF are not institutions and they are private people, which
maybe there's a rebalancing of this. So some
Maybe,
people,
yeah.
the ETFs are leaving, and the others are buying. I don't know.
I don't know. I did ask to Eric Balcunas, the ETF guy. I said, "Hey, who's buying the ETF?" And he said, "Well, it's difficult to say. It's changing hands between institutions and private investors, but it's difficult to pinpoint them." Of course, in the beginning it was more institutions, and then it seems now. But then, like you're saying, well, it's going to swing much higher because if the majority of the people, in this case ETF investors, are retail people, well, then they'll sell.
Yeah, let's
So-
see. Let's see. Okay, well, let's go on to the Q&A for today.
Oops. This one, yeah. I did save a few questions, by the way. Are we going to have an altcoin season? Ooh, right. This is straight into the fire.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant here.
Go for it.
A lot of you guys have asked me, is there going to be an altcoin season? When we saw Bitcoin dump 30%, we're in a bear season for Bitcoin. Do you think your alts are going to pump? I hope you say no, and that's like saying, hey, you know what? The sun's out, right? But I think it's going to rain. No, dog, it's not, right? There is going to be no alt season until another 4 years from now, at best.
It's very dependent on what Bitcoin is going to do, right? So altcoin season is going to happen only after Bitcoin has gone parabolic, right? So yeah, that's always happens after. So if 126 was the top, well then it's going to be tricky.
Exactly.
All right. So do you think Bitcoin is going to go to 70 soon? It's possible.
70K?
It's possible.
Not soon.
Yeah, not soon, but it's possible. It's very much possible. Bitcoin does what it wants.
Yeah, and I think we'll retest. Anyways, I'll talk about that in the next show.
In your video also, right? Okay, my average price on Bitcoin is 40K. What should I do now, I guess you're asking? What should I at this price level? I'm not sure what
You DCA more. You buy more Bitcoin. Start buying at this level and buy it all the way down. That's what I did.
That's what I'm
When
doing.
Bitcoin went up to $32 and went all the way back down to $2, I had no fear. Zero.
That's what I'm doing also. I'm DCAing into this thing. I don't even care what the average price is. I don't even know my average price. I just want to have more Bitcoin today than yesterday, right?
That's it.
Under 60K pending. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
If you, like me, breathe opium,
Pending.
it's another possibility. We are going to see a strong, or violent, I should say, dead cat bounce.
I think we already had one, right? So we'll see where, we'll see what happens next, right? But hey, we could be dead catting it higher, right? But let's see.
Exactly. Well, that's a good one. Should I move all my Solana to Bitcoin then?
Yeah, T-sats, right? Just go, right? That's still Bitcoin, right? Here, I can show it to you, right? You can just swap it, your Solana, to T-sats, right? As soon as you swap it, boom, it goes straight into, that's Bitcoin right on the blockchain. Right on the blockchain. And why T-sats over? Well, one, you show you bigger numbers, right? Two, you're dealing with a contract-based Bitcoin, right? What's that difference between WBTC, which is also you could also switch to Bitcoin with that, and T-sats, right? Well, T-sats, you could actually move straight to Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. But with WBTC, right, if you want Bitcoin, here's what will happen. You'll go to BitGo and say, hey, can I get some Bitcoin? They say, sure, give me the WBTC. And you give them the WBTC, and they're like, nigga, how are you? Like, why are you asking us for money? You need to give us a lot of information. Like, first, your name, address, phone number, like all that. And then you need to explain how you got this WBTC. I mean, you need to explain everything.
Yeah.
From even when you got, by the way, you funded your account and you traded it up. That's interesting. Can you show me, how did you get the funds to trade that account? And then, by the way, could you show me how you got the funds that you got to trade with that account? And the funds from those funds, where did they come from? Then maybe we'll get you the Bitcoin. Oh, what? You want your Bitcoin back because you don't want us to give us the information? Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You're not getting your Bitcoin back till you give us the information.
Not your keys, not your coins, right?
And that's how they play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how they play, right? So it's up to you, right? You could do it with a smart contract where you could always get Bitcoin and nobody needs to know that you have Bitcoin, right? Or you can go with your WBTC. Totally up to you.
Yeah, well said. I've seen one comment that says Bitcoin at 13,000. Okay, Bitcoin 13K later before 139. Dude, wow. Sure. If you're waiting for 13,000 Bitcoin, good luck, I guess.
Yeah, you're waiting for a long time, dude.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know, so maybe. Sell everything and buy Bitcoin. Yes, that's the mindset. Are we seeing 95 before 75? Owen is asking.
Yeah, everybody's like pricing Bitcoin in dollars or how much it's going to be worth, right? And I think you're looking at it wrong, right? I think you're looking at it completely wrong. It's like what you can buy with it. And here's the thing: in the future, you'll always be able to buy more, way more. If you hold your Bitcoin for 10 years, you're going to get more than 10x, right, of your purchasing power. More than 10x across the board, whether it's homes, food, cars, whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to do that? Yes, it is, right? Because you can't beat that. You can't do that anything better than that, right? And so you could say, well, I could do the MicroStrategies, and that's 10% a year stretch. You're only doubling your money every 7.2 years, right? Well, Bitcoin's doubling your value, right? On an average basis, right? Every 2 years, right? So there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Would you buy MSTR now?
No.
Yeah, I don't have MSTR in my portfolio, but
And the reason why is because if you want to leverage bet, but don't do it. Don't do it with do it that way because it's such a big drawdown everywhere. And now, is there a point where you should buy MSTR? Yes, but you need to study the charts and you need to plan that, and you have to invest with the DCA into MSTR and then suffer any consequences should it continue to go down. But eventually, it'll come back up and it'll do very well. That's it, and it's going to be a deeper dive down, right, than Bitcoin. So there it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can handle that.
Can I buy T-Sats from South Africa without exchanging to the dollar? Yes, sir. You just need Solana, right?
Yeah, exactly. Anything, right? So all you have to do, right, to buy T-Sats. Let's do that right now. Hang on a second.
Yeah, sorry. Daniel, afternoon to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure seeing you, watching the show.
Okay, which account do I have here?
Are you good to go for me to share?
Not yet. Hang on a second.
Scanning the chat, guys. If you have any questions, now is your momento. Now is your moment.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
So let's just say I got some Solana, a few dollars of Solana here, right? I want to swap it to T-Sats. I go T-Sat, right? It's the only one on what's it called, Phantom. Some of them, there's other wallets will show you scam coins, so just be careful, all right? Let's just say I'm going to put in 0.1. I'm going to put in $12 because I could do that. I can even put in $1 on Solana. That's the beauty of Solana. And the fees are next to nothing, right? And there you go. Just takes a second, and then it'll show up in my wallet. There you go.
Boom. Love it. You get a lot of sats for $1, by the way. Thank you. You guys offer invaluable advice. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
There you go.
All right. I like this comment. Until we have the euphoria phase, the bull market is not over. My friend, I agree. That's why Davinci says I am on opium. Yeah, indeed. What do you think about threshold, Davinci?
Well, I mean, threshold, again, I've talked about it. Threshold is what also backs up T-Sats. Their network allows you to transfer Bitcoin across from any what's it called, different smart contract where chains. And so you could transfer those TBTCs or T-Sats across to actual Bitcoin, the Bitcoin network, and back and vice versa, of course. This system, right, is backed up also by a token called T, right? Let me see if I can bring that up.
This is the best comment ever.
Really? Okay.
Ever. This is my friend. You're gonna make history. I'm just telling you that. I'll save it for the last.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me just bring up T. And T is getting pummeled, of course, because of the rest of the market, right? It's gotten a little bit from when I was saying, hey, buy. It was 18.1.8, and it just got crushed. But hey, you know what? It's a good asset to buy. It's 100 million market cap. And yeah, there you go.
Thank you. All right, you ready for the best comment ever?
Yeah, what's that?
Do you guys think Falcon season it's happening in January? This is gonna be like the hodl.
I think there's a response to that.
I love this, by the way. From now on,
Dare you?
from now on, it's gonna call
How about no?
From now on, can we call it Falcon season?
How about no?
How about no? Oh my God.
Yeah, there's gonna be another animal season that I can't say on the stream. It's not gonna be falcons. I'm sorry, but
Oh my God.
amazing.
Bruh.
Yeah, sorry, I move all the sounds.
Bruh.
Oh
This
wow.
is gonna be like the hodl Falcon season. Amazing. Yeah, not on today. Not on today. All
I
right.
can't find my stupid one. Where's the stupid? There it is.
Stupid.
Yeah, I moved them a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bruh.
Stupid.
Let's see if we have any more. Do you want to do a few more?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a thank you. No worries. A
Yeah,
pleasure.
cheers.
Let's see. Bull market is over.
Yeah, I guess that's what we've been. That's like saying, yeah, it's sunny outside in Dubai.
I'm in denial phase. I'm behind, guys. I'm in denial phase. I'll catch up with you eventually.
And it's sunny outside in Dubai. Yeah.
Someone says Bitcoin never go up. BTC never go up. Yeah, true. Never.
Never.
This-
It's never
this-
ever.
it's
I've
been-
never seen it. And you know what? It's an optical illusion when I take a look at the chart
Yeah.
and I saw it go up from $1 to 100,000 and 120,000.
You're looking at the
Just-
chart wrong. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't make any money, right? Since it's never gone up, right? It's just it's still at $1, less than $1, dude. It was 67 cents still the whole time. Never gone up.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Thank you for the Falcon, my friend. This has made my day. This is the best thing. Yeah, no, I know. It happened to me all the time, by the way. So don't worry. Don't feel bad or anything. It was fun. But
Yes.
yeah, usually what we said earlier, right? So before Falcon season, we have to see Bitcoin going parabolic, right? So we have not seen that yet. So we might have to wait a little bit longer.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching today's Daily Huddle Show. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow. And also, just so you know, this is going to be moving to the school. So if you want to watch this show, you're going to have to join the school. And if you join the school, well, it's free for one thing. You'll be able to get notified when these shows are being broadcast and join in the party. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Cheers.